Thanks. We thank God for a day like this. We are going to take our word of admonition, just like we have been doing. We do all the time. And for today, we'll be rounding up a series I started some time ago. Pause. 5 sins that hurt the Church of Christ. You know, each time I keep pointing us towards our mission and vision. And you know that it is true to keep the main thing in your life. If there is a cause you want to pursue, if you leave that cause to do something else aside, you may not return to the program, the course, the way you started it, or may not return to it at all. As it is that our goal before we became Christian is to live an upright life with God and then to desire eternity with Him. If we leave it to do something else, we may not return with the same zeal or may not return to it at all. So we have also seen in the course of this series that some of these sins prevent or hinder the growth of the church in a way that we cannot tell. Christ desires that He hands over the church to the Father, blameless and without spot and wrinkle. If the growth of the church is hindered by the way we live our lives, then it's time we make a change. When we started this series, 5 sins that hurt the Church of Christ, we looked at worldliness as one of those sins that hurt the church the most. Worldliness take away a whole lot of members that you cannot count. The second thing we looked at was stubbornness. And we found that the scripture warned us against stubbornness in several passages and even compared it to what happened to the children of Israel where we become stubborn. So the same thing would happen to us if we are in the lost church and we are stubborn. We looked at lukewarmness as the third sin that hurt the Church of Christ the most. You are not cold, you are not hot. You are not zealous and you don't want to go out of the church. You want to remain here nonchalant, and then you drag every other person to the same fate. Christ says, I will spew you out of my mouth if you are lukewarm. Lukewarmness had affected a whole lot of Christians to the extent that it also affects our level of evangelism.
pa wá lára nínú ìjáde ìwàásù.
The last we looked at about a month ago was unfaithfulness.
Wọ́n ní èyí tí a wò ní ọ̀sẹ̀ tí ó kọjá bí oṣù kan sẹ́yìn ó ní àìní òtítọ́.
And it was good that we looked at unfaithfulness and how it affects our relationship with God.
Wọ́n lè ká wo àìní òtítọ́ yìí àti bí ìbáṣepọ̀ wa pẹ̀lú Ọlọ́run bí ó ṣe rí.
You would have seen that being unfaithful Christian means that we don't measure up to our vision and we can't accomplish our mission.
Pé bí a bá jẹ́ Kìrìsìtẹ́nì tí kò lóòótọ́, a rí pé eléyìí ó wá yàtọ̀ sí ìfojúsùn wa tí a máa ń fi sí ojú pátákó láti rí.
And then finally, we're going to look at today lack of discipline.
Ní òní, a wá máa wo àìní ìbániwí tí ó dán mọ́rán.
Anyway, I know you are singing. I can't even interpret. I can't even understand what you're saying. You got it right. But I'm saying indiscipline is one of the sins that holds the church to ransom.
Àìlègbà ìmọ̀ràn ó ní àwọn ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tí ó ń di ìjọ ní ìgbèkùn láti máa fi dàgbàsókè.
Indiscipline, simply put, means lack of control, lack of self-control, or lack of control.
Àìlègbà ìmọ̀ràn ó túmọ̀ sí àìmálègbà ìmọ̀ràn láti ọ̀dọ̀ ẹlòmíràn.
If discipline points towards comportment, lack of faith, lack of discipline points towards lack of self-control.
Tí gbígba ìmọ̀ràn bá jẹ́ kí èèyàn wà ní ojú kan tí èèyàn ò sì lọ sẹ́yìn tàbí síwájú.
I'm going to think this coincided with the topic we had on Wednesday. You know, we have an open season before the new series starts. So we had a lesson on Wednesday that talks about discipline of the church.
Wọ́n ní ó ní ẹ̀kọ́ tí a kọ́ ní ọjọ́ Wednesday, ìyẹn ni ìbániwí nínú ìjọ.
And in that lesson, we saw someone define discipline as the training of mental, moral, and physical power through instruction, control, and exercise.
Wọ́n ní ìbániwí ó túmọ̀ sí wípé wíwà ní déédé nípa ti ara, nípa ti ọpọlọ, àti nípa ti bí a ti ṣe ronú ní inú ìjọ àti ní àárín ara wa.
So it talks about training. So discipline is a form of training.
Wọ́n ní ìbániwí ó dàbí ẹni tí à ń tọ́ sókè.
And then it means that one who is indisciplined or one who lacks discipline lacks training.
Ó wá túmọ̀ sí wípé ẹni tí kò wá lè ní ìbániwí irú ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ kò ní ìbániwí.
So discipline is the training of the mind, the morals, and your physical well-being.
Ìbániwí òun ni pé kí a máa tọ́ ọkàn wa, kí a máa tọ́ ọpọlọ wa àti ohun
training can be done through instruction or control or through exercise.
Wọ́n ní títọ́ yìí yóò wá nípa pé à ń ṣe ohun tí ó tọ́ ní òrèkóòrè àti ní ìgbàkúùgbà.
First Peter 2 tells us that Jesus died to set an example for us.
Pétérù kìíní orí ìkejì ó sọ pé Jésù Kristi ó kú kí ó lè fún wa ní àpẹẹrẹ.
Luke, in writing to Theophilus, said, "This is an account of what Jesus began first to do and then to teach."
Lúùkù ìgbà tí ó kọ̀wé sí Theophilus, ó sọ fún pé lẹ́yìn ni Jésù Kristi ṣe tí a sì rí, ó ní kí ẹ sì máa ṣe.
So it means that one who is disciplined have learned to put in practice the things he have heard and then teach others to do the same.
Ẹni tí wọ́n ń gba ìbániwí òun lẹ́ni tí a ti bá wí tí ó gbà tí ó sì wá ń kọ́ àwọn yòókù náà láti máa gba ìtọ́nisí àbí ìbáwí.
Okay, so today what we are going to do is to look at scriptures that talk about indiscipline and what should be done to one who is indisciplined.
Òní a fẹ́ wo àkòrí lórí ẹni tí ò ní ìbániwí.
In the lack of discipline results to or results from immaturity and childishness.
Àìbániwí àbí àìlègbà ìbániwí yìí yóò wá nípa ẹni tí ó ṣe bí ọmọdé tàbí tí ó gbé ìwà àgbàlagbà tó gbé tì.
If discipline is a result of training, then someone who lacks discipline would become childish.
Tí ìbániwí bá wá nípa títọ́, èyí wá túmọ̀ sí pé ẹni tí kò wá gba ìbáwí, èyí dàbí ìwà
Or
ọmọdé.
will remain immature.
Irú ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ yóò wà ní ọmọ kékeré, kò ní dàgbà rárá.
Remember that the reason why we took this series is so we will learn the things that affect the church, the growth of the church, and how we can stop ourselves from engaging in those.
Ẹ má gbàgbọ́ wípé ìgbé tí a fi ní àkórí yìí ó ní àwọn nǹkan tí ó jẹ́ kí ìjọ kí ó má lè dàgbà, kí a sì wo àwọn nǹkan tí ó lè jẹ́ kí a máa ṣe kí ìjọ kí ó lè máa wà ní ìdàgbàsókè.
Hebrews chapter 5 verse 12.
Nínú ìwé Hébérù orí ìkarùn-ún ẹsẹ̀ ìkejìlá.
For though by this time you ought to be teachers, you need someone to teach you again the first principles of the oracle of God, and you have come to need milk and not solid food.
Nítorí nígbà tí àkókò tí ó yẹ kí ẹ jẹ́ olùkọ́, ẹ tún wá ẹnìkan tí yóò máa kọ́ yín ní ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ìpìlẹ̀ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ náà.
One who is indisciplined, one who lacks discipline, remains a child forever.
Ẹni tí kò gba ẹ̀kọ́ yóò dàbí ọmọdé títí láì.
You need to be pushed to do things you should have learned to do yourself.
Ẹni tí ò gba ẹ̀kọ́ á ó máa tì í bí mọ́tò tí ó takú ni láti.
Many Christians lack discipline in this congregation.
Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ Kìrìsìtẹ́nì ni kò ní ìbániwí nínú ìjọ yìí.
In so many other congregations of the Lord, many Christians lack discipline.
Nínú àwọn ìjọ mìíràn tí ó jẹ́ ìjọ Kristi náà, ọ̀pọ̀ Kìrìsìtẹ́nì ni wọ́n ní ìbániwí.
We all come here, we comport ourselves. The moment we leave here, with something else.
Àwa síbi bí yìí, a ṣera wa ní òmùrè, àmọ́ ìgbà tí a bá kúrò níbí yìí, á di nǹkan mìíràn.
That shows that we do not have enough of training, or we're not interested in being trained.
Èyí wá túmọ̀ sí pé a gba ẹ̀kọ́ tó tó tàbí a ní ìfẹ́ láti gba ẹ̀kọ́.
In Ephesians chapter 4, look at the admonition that's given to us from verse 30 through 34.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo ìwé Éfésù orí kẹrin ẹsẹ̀ ọgbọ̀n títí dé ìkẹrìnlélọ́gbọ̀n.
4 verse 30 says thus. And do not grieve the Holy Spirit of God, by whom you were sealed for the day of redemption. Let all bitterness, wrath, anger, clamor, and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice, and be kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as Christ forgave you. Now this is what happens when one lacks discipline.
Èyí ni nǹkan tí ó máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nígbà tí èèyàn ò bá gba ìmọ̀ràn.
With lack of discipline, you put away the Holy Spirit, who was designed to guide you.
Àìlègbà ìmọ̀ràn yóò túmọ̀ sí pé à ń lé áńgẹ́lì tí ó wà ní ẹ̀yìn wa tàbí tó ń tọ́ wa sọ́nà à ń lé kúrò.
One who has lost his guide will go any which way.
Ẹni tí ó ti sọ atọ́nà rẹ̀ nù yóò lọ síbi tó bá wù ú.
He will be thrown about by every wind of doctrine.
A máa gba sókè lọ sódò pẹ̀lú oríṣiríṣi ẹ̀kọ́.
He tends to give ear to things that pleases him other than the things God wants him to.
Ó wù ú láti gbọ́ ohun tí ó tọ́ ẹ lọ́rùn ju ohun tí Bíbélì sọ.
He goes about being busybody in other people's affairs instead of concentrating on growth.
Yóò máa tẹnubọlẹ̀ káàkiri lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ọlọ́rọ̀ èyí tó yẹ kó sì máa wà nínú Bíbélì.
He becomes bitter or angry with his brother even without a cause.
Yóò máa bínú sí arákùnrin rẹ̀ láì ní ìdí.
And that's why Paul said here, put away all of these things and love one another, forgive one another.
Olè arákùnrin Paul ṣe ni pé ẹ mú ohun yìí, ẹ mú kúrò láàrin yín, kẹ́ nífẹ̀ẹ́ ara yín, kẹ́ sì nífẹ̀ẹ́ olúkálùkù.
All of this can be achieved when we let God guide our hearts.
Ohun gbogbo wọ̀nyí a lè rí gbà nígbà tí a bá jẹ́ kí ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run kí ó jẹ́
When
àtọ̀nà wa.
we desire for the solid milk other than for the solid food other than the milk.
Ní ìgbà tí a bá wá wàrà ẹ̀mí ju èyí tí kìí ṣe ti ẹ̀mí lọ.
The church also should not tarry to discipline one who is unfaithful in all his ways.
Ìjọba kan náà kò gbọdọ̀ pẹ́ láti bá arákùnrin tàbí arábìnrin wí tí ó jẹ́ aláìṣòótọ́ nínú ìjọ.
So one who lacks discipline needs to be taught discipline.
Ẹni tí kò ní ìmọ̀ràn tí kò gba ìbáwí a nílò láti kọ́ ní ẹ̀kọ́.
On Wednesday, we saw that discipline can be done in two ways.
Wọ́n ní ọjọ́ Wednesday ìbániwí a lè ṣe é ní ipa méjì.
We have a preventive discipline, which is done by teaching.
A ní àwọn ìbániwí tí kò ní jẹ́ kí èèyàn ṣe ohun téèyàn fẹ́ ṣe nípa ti ẹ̀kọ́.
So our gathering here every day to listen, to learn, shows that we are being disciplined by the church constantly.
Wíwá wa síbí ní ọ̀sán, òwúrọ̀ àti alẹ́ èyí túmọ̀ sí pé à ń bára wa wí lóòrèkóòrè.
And we have punitive discipline. Punitive, a corrective discipline.
A sì ní ìbániwí èyí tí a fi ń tọ́yàn sọ́nà.
So with punitive discipline, which means punishment, it means that you have done a thing and you are being punished for it.
Pé ìbániwí eléyìí ni ìbániwí ẹni tí ó ṣẹ̀ tí a sì bá wí lórí nǹkan tí ó ṣe.
In Galatians 6 verse 1, let us come to that place.
Ẹ ní ká lọ sínú ìwé Galatia orí ìkẹfà ẹsẹ̀ ìkíní.
He made us to understand that the church must effect discipline on the members who are not walking right.
Ó jẹ́ kó yé wa wípé a gbọ́dọ̀ bá arákùnrin tàbí arábìnrin tí ó ṣẹ̀ a gbọ́dọ̀ bá wí nínú ìjọ.
Brethren, if a man is overtaken in any trespass, you who are spiritual restore such a one in a spirit of gentleness, considering yourself, lest you also be tempted.
Arábí àtìlẹ̀ mú ènìyàn nínú ṣubú kan kí ẹ̀yin tí ń ṣe ti ẹ̀mí kí ó mú irú ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ bọ̀ sípò ní ẹ̀mí ìwà tútù kí ìwọ tìkára rẹ máa kíyèsára kí a má bàa dán ìwọ náà wò pẹ̀lú.
So in corrective discipline, the design is to bring you back to status quo, to bring you back to the foundation.
Nínú ìbániwí tí ó tọmọ wípé bóyá kí a lé ènìyàn kúrò nínú ìjọ tàbí kí a fi ẹ̀sùn kan sí i, èyí túmọ̀ sí pé a fẹ́ mú ìbániwí yìí a fẹ́ mú kúrò lára irú ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀.
So it means that for corrective discipline, you have done something wrong, and the church desire that you cleanse yourself of that and return to where you should be. And that's the effort of the church to correct you and not to throw you away.
Wọ́n ní irú ìbániwí yìí ó ní ìjọ fẹ́ ṣe láti lè fi jẹ́ kí o rí àṣìṣe rẹ nígbà tí o ti ṣẹ̀ tán, kì í ṣe pé láti ta ẹ́ dànù kúrò nínú ìjọ.
In Matthew chapter 18, verse 17.
Nínú ìwé Matthew orí ìkejìlélógún.
That's what it says.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ.
This talks about a personal relationship and then amounts to spiritual relationship. And if he refuses to hear them, tell it to the church. But if he refuses to hear the church, let him be like a heathen and a tax collector.
Ẹni tí ó bá wù ú gbọ́ sí ìjọ, àwọn tí kò bá gbọ́ pé yàfi sílẹ̀.
The church is the final bus stop in administering discipline.
Ìjọ òun ni ibi tí a ó dé ní ìparí láti bá ènìyàn wí.
From our homes, we will discover that parents are meant to enforce discipline on their children.
Kí a bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ilé, a rí pé àwọn òbí, àwọn ni ẹni tí a kọ́kọ́ rí tí wọ́n ń bá ọmọ wí nínú ilé.
And then in our personal relationship with our brothers, we are also meant to apply knowledge and discipline.
Àti ìbáṣepọ̀ wa pẹ̀lú àwọn ará wa, a tún nílò láti máa jẹ́ kí ìbániwí kí ó
And
máa
he
wá.
says, when you try to correct your brother and it's not working, take it to 2 or 3 people, and he doesn't listen to them, bring it to the church.
Bíbélì wa ní
Do the final discipline.
Bíbélì wa ní pé tí a bá rí arákùnrin kan ọ̀rẹ́ tí ó ṣẹ̀ pé sọ́dọ̀ ara rẹ̀ kí ẹ jọ parí ọ̀rọ̀ náà, àmọ́ tí ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ kò bá gbọ́, ẹ mú ọ̀rọ̀ náà kẹ́ mú wá sínú ìjọ.
You see that God desires that we be upright before him. That's why discipline is important.
Ẹni pé Ọlọ́run ó fẹ́ ká jẹ́ pípé níwájú òun nítorí rẹ̀ ni ó ṣe jẹ́ kí ìbániwí kí ó wà nínú ìjọ.
When the church considers you as a tax collector or a publican, it means that you have done the worst of sin, especially in this context.
Ní ìgbà tí ìjọba fi ojú agbowó òde tí ó fi ń wò ọ́, èyí túmọ̀ sí pé o tún ti ṣe tayọ nǹkan tí a rí nínú ibi tá a kà
The
ẹ́.
tax collectors were known to levy heavy burden on the children of Israel, so they hated them for being obedient to the Romans other than their fellow citizens.
Àwọn agbowó òde yìí àwọn ni wọ́n ń gba owó orí owó orí tó sì ń gbà yìí lórí àwọn ọmọ Ísírẹ́lì wọ́n tún wá ń gbà á tayọ iye tí ó yẹ kí wọ́n máa gbà.
So if a Jew is in alliance with the government, every other Jew is compliant to it.
A wá rí pé tí ìkan náà àwọn Júù bá wà pẹ̀lú àwọn ìjọba àwọn Júù tó kù wọ́n tánù wọn ní sí pẹ̀lú rẹ̀.
That's why in 1 Corinthians chapter 5, when Paul was addressing the issue of sexual immorality in the church, he now said, "Don't eat with such a one."
Òun ni àpẹẹrẹ tá a rí nínú ìwé Kọ́ríńtì kìíní nígbà tí orin á lọ ṣe ní pé tẹ bá ti rí irú arákùnrin bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ má ṣe bá ara.
Such a one has become a publican to the saints.
Irú ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ti dàbí agbowó òde sí àwọn.
In 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, 6, 14 and 15.
Tẹsalóníkà orí kẹta ẹsẹ̀ ìkẹrìndínlógún títí ìkarùndínlógún dé ìkẹrìndínlógún.
Yeah, I would like us to quickly take a look at the instruction that the scriptures give us there.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo ìwé Tẹsalóníkà kìíní orí ìkẹta ẹsẹ̀ ìkarùndínlógún dé ìkẹrìndínlógún.
Okay, so 3 verse 6 of 2 Thessalonians. Alright, it says, "But we command you, brethren, in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, that you withdraw from everybody who walks disorderly and not according to the traditions you have received from us." So, here first, before you turn to verse 14 and 16, there's a standard of training which is found in the scripture.
A rí pé gbèdéke ìbániwí ó wà nínú Bíbélì.
If anyone does not follow this standard of training, such a one should be withdrawn from.
Ẹnikẹ́ni tí kò bá tẹ̀lé gbèdéke tí a gbé sílẹ̀ nínú Bíbélì yìí, a gbọ́dọ̀ yẹra fún ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀.
There should be effort made in identifying people who walk disorderly and putting them aside.
Wọ́n ní a gbọ́dọ̀ tìka taraka láti wo àwọn ará tí wọn ò ṣe dáadáa nínú ìjọ kí a sì lè fi wọn sí ẹ̀gbẹ́ kan kí a sì lè máa tọ́ wọn sọ́nà.
Verse 14 and 15 of that place says, "And if anyone does not obey our word in this episode, note that person and do not keep company with him, that he may be ashamed. You do not count him as an enemy, but admonish him as a brother."
Ó ní bí ẹni pé kẹ́ni kò bá sì gba ọ̀rọ̀ wa gbọ́ nípa ìwé yìí, ẹ sàmì sí olúwa rẹ̀.
So you see here that one who is not working according to the training that we keep receiving here should be disciplined.
Ẹ wá rí pé ẹnikẹ́ni tí wọ́n ń tàpá sí òfin ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run nínú ìjọ agbọ́dọ̀.
It is saying that such a one should be taught self-control.
Ní ọ̀nà tí ó jẹ́ pé agbọ́dọ̀ kọ́ irú ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ ní ọ̀nà tí à ń gbà wu ìwà.
Okay.
Wọ́n sì fi lè kóra ẹni ní ìjánu.
I would like to also look at Titus chapter 3 and we will see verse 10.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo òwe Títù orí ìkẹta ẹsẹ̀ ìkẹwàá.
Okay, Titus 3 verse 10 says, "Reject a divisive man after the first and second admonition." Read 11. "Knowing that such a person is warped and sinning, being self-condemned." So here we found the position of the church on a person who is indisciplined, who lacks discipline.
Níbí yìí a rí ipò ìjọ tàbí ipa tí ìjọ yóò kó lórí arákùnrin tí ó ṣẹ̀.
The church has no position to accept indiscipline in the fold.
Ìjọ kò ní agbára láti máa gba àìlè ní ìbániwí nínú ìjọ.
No tolerance, there is zero tolerance for lack of discipline.
A kò sì gbà á rárá láti máa gba àìlè ní ìtọ́ni nínú ìjọ.
So if a man is not working according to the dictates or precepts of the scriptures, the church is advised to take that one aside, to remove such person, to disfellowship such person, or withdraw fellowship from such
person. Tí a bá
person.
rí arákùnrin tàbí arábìnrin tí ó ń rìn ségesège nínú ìjọ, ìjọ ní agbára láti yẹra fún arákùnrin náà tàbí arábìnrin náà.
But then it says that there must be a period of admonition to correct and bring such a person to the right path before the final discipline.
Bíbélì wa jẹ́ kó yé wa pé ìgbà àti àkókò wà tí a ó kọ́ ẹni náà ní ẹ̀kọ́ kí ó tó di pé a yẹra fún onítọ̀hún pátápátá.
So you will see that God desire for us is that we will be upright and straightforward.
Ẹ wá rí pé ìfẹ́ Ọlọ́run fún wa òun ni pé ká máa rìn ní ìwà mímọ́.
We are not to serve as busybodies, nor backbite, nor keep malice.
A gbọ́dọ̀ máa rìn pẹ̀lú àwọn tí wọ́n tẹnubọlẹ̀ káàkiri.
But the focus is that we learn to forgive and then move on with our Christian life.
Àmọ́ kí a kọ́ bí a ti ṣe ń dáríjì ara wa ká sì máa tẹ̀síwájú.
We have also seen that the church is not to stay too long in order to correct those who are in error.
A sì rí pé a sọ pé ìjọ ò gbọ́dọ̀ pẹ́ láti gbé ìgbésẹ̀ lórí arákùnrin tàbí arábìnrin tí a bá nínú àṣìṣe.
In the incident that happened in 1 Corinthians chapter 5, we were told that the people, the church, condoned it and were puffing up. And such a sin had not been mentioned among the Gentiles. And Paul cautioned them to withdraw thus such a person.
Wọ́n nínú àpẹẹrẹ tí a rí arákùnrin Pọ́ọ̀lù nígbà tí ó lọ sí ìjọ tí ó sì rí ìségesège tí wọ́n ń ṣe. A gbọ́dọ̀ bá arákùnrin tàbí arábìnrin tí a bá nínú ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kí a bá wí.
The major reason why discipline is important
Ìdí tí ìbániwí tún fi ṣe pàtàkì
is because it is like a leaven added in dough.
Ó jẹ́ ìyẹ̀fun kékeré nínú ìwà àkàrà.
You add a little of it in the dough and it becomes a big loaf.
Tabari búrẹ́dì tí a fi.
In the process of making bread, you add yeast, I think it's called yeast, and then it makes the bread to rise and be big.
Taba yeast, brown wine.
So when you condone immorality or lack of discipline in the church, everybody, it becomes contagious. Everybody will now have it, and the church will be useless.
Tí a bá ń gba ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ láàyè nínú ìjọ, a rí pé ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ yìí á máa tàn káàkiri tó fi di wípé ìjọ kò ní lè borí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ yìí mọ́.
So my brethren, in the way of conclusion,
ẹ̀yin ará mi ní píparí.
When every Christian recognizes this and strives to be decent in all they do, God will be pleased with each and every one of us.
Wọ́n ní tí gbogbo Kìrìsìtẹ́nì tí ó bá rí àwọn kùdìẹ̀kudiẹ yìí tí wọ́n sì tiraka láti wà ní ìwà mímọ́ Ọlọ́run, inú Ọlọ́run yóò dùn sí.
Now, for this series that we have gone through, it doesn't mean that these are the only sin that hinders the growth of the church.
Wọ́n ní kì í ṣe wípé gbogbo ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ márùn-ún yìí nìkan ni àwọn kan tó ń gbá ìjọ sẹ́yìn o.
But we picked out this to represent all others.
Àmọ́ akọ̀mú márùn-ún yìí wá jáde láti lè jẹ́ akẹ́yìn fún àwọn yòókù.
When every Christian marks these sins
tí gbogbo Kìrìsìtẹ́nì tí ó bá dá àwọn ẹ̀ṣẹ̀
and avoid these things,
tí ó sì sá fún àwọn ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wọ̀nyí,
it will enable the church to grow to the status that Christ desires.
yóò jẹ́ kí ìjọ kí ó dàgbàsókè dé ibi tí Kristi tó yẹ kó dé.
So what we have found is that for lukewarmness, for unfaithfulness, for the lack of discipline, if we avoid it in everything that we do, the church will grow tremendously.
Wọ́n ní gbogbo ìmíní ṣíṣe ségesège àti ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ nínú ìjọ pé tí a bá sá fún pé ìjọ yóò wà ní mímọ́.
For stubbornness, for worldliness, if we not mark them, the church will have opportunity to grow tremendously.
Wọ́n ní fún ẹni tí ó ní agídí pé tí ìjọba lè wò ó dáadáa tí a bá wọn wí pé ìjọ yóò wà ní pípé.
But at this point, we want every Christian to know that the church is interested in keeping us clean and blameless before God.
A sì fẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé ìjọ ó jẹ́ ìdùnnú ìjọ láti mú gbogbo wa wà nínú ìṣọ̀kan àti nínú ìbániwí àti ìtọ́nisọ́nà.
And the church is also having a responsibility to keep you in check as you live your daily life.
Ó sì jẹ́ ojúṣe ìjọ láti máa wò ọ́ ní ojoojúmọ́ pé báwo ni o ṣe ń dàgbà sí, báwo ni o ṣe ń ṣe.
May the good Lord bless us as we hearken to the instructions and chastening of the word of God, and so that we will grow thereby.
Àdúrà wa ni pé kí Ọlọ́run kí ó máa fún wa ní àǹfààní tí a fi ń wo ara wa wò ní ojoojúmọ́ bóyá a ṣì wà.
May God bless us as we do all of this, so that we will grow in Jesus Christ's name.
Kí Ọlọ́run yóò wà pẹ̀lú wa tí a ó fi dàgbà ní orúkọ Jésù Kristi Olúwa wa.